It's Sunday morning, May 17th, 2026, and Ziggy and I came out to Bittersweet Park in Greeley, Colorado, for a quiet walk around the lake. The forecast called for rain later in the day, and you could feel it in the air this morning. It was cool, around 55 degrees, with that soft dampness that seems to make everything quieter. In the parking lot, you could still hear the traffic from nearby streets. But once we started walking around the water, most of that faded into bird song and wind through the trees. Bittersweet Park is one of Greeley's longtime community parks, centered around Grapevine Pond and a paved walking trail that loops for a little over a mile around the water. It isn't a dramatic wilderness park or a mountain hiking destination. It's something quieter than that. It's the kind of place where people come to walk their dogs, get in a morning jog, sit on a bench for a while, or just take a slow lap around the lake before the rest of the day starts. This morning felt especially peaceful. The clouds kept the light soft, and there were long stretches where the loudest sounds were just birds chirping near the water. Ziggy was very interested in absolutely everything. Every tree, every smell, every patch of grass, which honestly is part of what makes walks like this enjoyable. One thing I like about parks like this is that they don't try too hard. Bittersweet Park feels established in the best possible way. Mature trees, worn walking paths, open grassy spaces, and plenty of spots where people have probably been stopping to watch the water for decades. You can tell this is a place woven into everyday life in Greeley. The park includes playgrounds, picnic areas, sports courts, and the paved trail system around the pond. But early in the morning, it mostly belonged to walkers, birds, and a few very enthusiastic dogs. Bittersweet Park is also home to the Weld County Veterans Memorial, located near the southwest corner of the park. The memorial was dedicated on Veterans Day in 1997 and honors the men and women of Weld County who served in times of peace and war, especially those who lost their lives in service. At the center of the memorial is a bronze statue of Private Joe P. Martinez of nearby Ault, Colorado. Martinez was the first Weld County resident to receive the Medal of Honor during World War II. Around the memorial are stone pillars and engraved panels recognizing different conflicts in American military history and the local people connected to them. It adds a quieter, more reflective layer to the park, something beyond just a walking path around a pond. I think what stood out most this morning was how calm everything felt. Not silent exactly, you could still occasionally hear traffic from outside the park, which honestly made the contrast even stronger once you got closer to the lake. The farther around the path we walked, the more the sounds shifted from cars to birds and wind and water. It felt like one of those in-between mornings where the weather is changing and the whole city seems to slow down for a little while. Walks like this aren't big adventures. They don't usually make travel brochures or must-see destination lists, but they're the kinds of moments that stick with you anyway. By around 8:30, Ziggy and I had made our way back toward the parking lot. The clouds still looked heavy with rain, and the city was starting to wake up around us. But for about half an hour, Bittersweet Park felt peaceful, cool, quiet, and almost tucked away from everything else. Sometimes that's more than enough for a good morning.